Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. It's time to take a closer look at that infinity screen on the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus. And here's a very close look at the device. I want you to make note of those round corners and also how extremely small the bezels are on the front of the device. Here is also a side-by-side comparison of the S8 Plus and S8, the Plus obviously being on the left. Now, display sizes, you have a 5.8-inch display on the S8 and 6.2 on the Plus. These are both Quad HD Super AMOLED displays with an 18.5 to 9 screen ratio. And here's just a close comparison of the two devices. The bottom left corner is lined up so you can see a bit of a difference. I also want to make note, the fingerprint scanner is a little bit difficult to reach on the S8 Plus. Even on the S8, you really do have to stretch out your pointer finger to reach that fingerprint scanner. Of course, it being right next to the camera right there, a lot of people are not a fan of that. And then here's just a closer look at the top of the device with that iris scanner and front-facing camera and earpiece up at the top, of course, with those round corners as well. And to just give you a bit of another size comparison, I tossed down the iPhone 7 Plus next to both the devices. Now that Quad HD Super AMOLED display is actually has mobile HDR Premium and certified from the UHD Alliance. So it does have HDR compatibilities. Here's an HDR video actually that was preloaded on the device. It really looks amazing. AMOLED, I definitely prefer AMOLED displays over LCD alone. Those rounded edges really makes this display pop. I also wanted to make note that while you are watching a video, you have the capabilities to actually fit screen or crop to fit as well. As you can see, I'm doing that in this YouTube video. And then I also noticed, hey, this display doesn't look very good. It was in 480p, and then I noticed, hey, why is 1080p the only option? Then I thought to myself, oh yeah, Samsung gives the option to actually change your screen resolution. So let's go ahead and hop into settings real quick. You just go into settings and then go to display, and you'll notice screen resolution right there. And all the devices I picked up at this event were in 1080 by default. And I think they're going to ship 1080p by default, and that will save battery. However, it's not using your display to the full potential. So a little bit interesting that they decided to kind of bump down the display resolution, I'm assuming to favor that battery life. Now, there are no physical buttons on the front. However, there is a home button, which will actually wake the display. And if you press in a little bit harder, it actually senses the pressure just like a physical button and kind of has a bit of a stronger vibration to it. It's also worth noting that in settings, you have the unlock with home button. It says hard press. So that's what they call it, a hard press. And then of course you can change those button layouts, the recent home and back if you'd like to, different icons as well, as you can see. And then I also want to make note that you can change the pressure sensitivity of that home button, not really a button, but just kind of how sensitive it is to actually wake the display or press all the way in. The S8 and S8 Plus have Gorilla Glass 5 on the front, and the minimal bezels are just crazy. I really do like the look of this device. Over 80% of the phone's front is just display alone. And no, it's not terribly uncomfortable to hold. Yeah, you do sacrifice a little bit of space to hold on to, but I would say by no means is it sharp or uncomfortable, and those round corners help out when you have the device in the corner of your hand. All in all, I'd say the Infinity display is a great feature on the Galaxy S8. I really did like it. I mean, it seemed like everyone there loved the look of the display and feel of the device as well. It's just crazy how much screen they fit into that size body. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that thumbs up. More Galaxy S8 coverage to come, so click that subscribe button. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.